1-for-1, steps up, goes down. Middle linebacker blitz, Kobe King gets him for a loss of 5.
These are the guys that I love. In the 6th round, with the 201st selection overall, the Vikings select linebacker Kobe King out of Penn State University. This guy is everywhere. 6 foot, 243, hits like a freight train. I can't wait to get into the film with you to show you this guy is for real. What I want to do right now is I want to have you guys put yourself in the shoes of an NFL scout and just watch this kid on these next few plays. Kobe King, linebacker. We talk about what you need on defense, but you got to have hustle. You got to be able to hit. You got to do all those things. We just got this guy highlighted and decided we're going to let him run. You got a little cover 2, outrunning teammates, gets himself to the wide receiver, makes the tackle, pulls his helmet off. He's getting up and getting ready for the next play. When you're a linebacker, you want to be all over the field. I mean, this kid just is everywhere. He's coming from a space all the way on the other side of the offensive formation. Look at that speed. Making another play, sideline to sideline. That's what this means. A lot's been said about this kid in coverage. Well, take a look at him right here. He has to work his way all the way across the offensive line. Makes a tackle in space. Kid's fast. On this play, this is a trick play. It's a fake here, fake there. Now we're going to run the reverse. But once he figures this thing out, gets off the block, watch the impact that he makes. Boom. Not just getting to the football, but making an impact. You want impact? Watch this play right here. Quarterback keeper on the outside. Boom. That is impact. We talked about this in previous videos. When you want to see how good a guy is, you want to see him go against the best. In this case, Ashton Jeanty, one of the best running backs in this year's draft, right? Watch this play. They're going to pull the guard. Now, he's going to be a little bit late on this read, but it's not what happens to you. It's how you react to it. He makes himself get over the top, still running that football, sideline to sideline, but when he gets there, look at this. That ball is loose. So not only did he make it sideline to make this play, he makes an impact when he gets there, gets the ball loose, and by the way, first down for Penn State. To be a great linebacker in the NFL, you have to know your reads and your keys, and this one tells me everything I need to know. This is a lot to unpack here, and it mainly starts with this wing right here. Because he's not on the line of scrimmage, this gives him the ability to do a number of different things. If, number 1, he goes to the outside, he's got to work his way into the B gap and somehow keep an eye on this guard with the running back way over here on this side. However, if he decides to come inside, then he has to fill and know what shoulder to be on with this wing back. And finally, if this guy goes all the way across, well, then that changes kind of everything. And don't forget, you got to keep your eye on this guard and this running back. A lot to unpack. Watch how quickly and how well Kobe does it on this play. Because once this ball is snapped, he fills in and he's able to make that tackle for a loss. Now, this play's a little bit easier for him because his 2 main keys, the running back and the guard, are right in front of him. And in this case, this guard is going to pull. But watch what happens when this ball snapped. Watch his feet. Absolutely zero wasted movement. Guard pulls, he's downhill, over the top, meets the running back in the phone booth and is able to make this tackle for a loss from the backside with a pulling guard. All right, so offenses use illusion to try to trick the defenders. And in this case, you're going to have a lot going on. You've got a receiver motioning in from the outside. You got the running back offset. What are we going to get here? We're going to get a guard and tackle pull. So you have all this motion going one way, guards and tackles going the other way. Watch his ability to sniff through all of this stuff. So when his ball snapped, he takes that requisite step, sees the puller, squares himself back up, meets the running back in the hole. And when he meets the running backs, they go backwards. So as an NFL linebacker, not only do you have to know where to fit and read all your keys, but you have to know what your teammates are doing. And on this play, you'll see the defensive tackle and the defensive end are going to loop underneath, and that changes the gap of the linebacker, and he knows it. How can I tell? Watch him on film. As soon as this football is snapped, he is already working his way away from the stunt because he knows it's going to get turned back. Everybody's going this way, and the ball's going to go outside. Working over the top of that tackle, staying square, again, making the tackle, stopping the running back in his tracks. The instincts on this kid are amazing. Another play, working within the system. Watch this one right here. He's going to get another stun up front. This linebacker is going to blitz underneath. You're going to get a little bit of a cross dog kind of a look. He knows what's going on, and how do I know? Watch him on this play. As soon as this ball is snapped, you've got everything going this way. Yeah, you have someone working his way, a blocker working back, but he knows that with this stunt, this is no longer his gap. This is no longer his gap. He has to get himself all the way to the back outside. the ability to sift through all these things that are happening in front of him, stay square, make the tackle, bring them back right to the ground. This kid operates second to none with traffic in front of him. More evidence of him working within the system. You're going to see on this play, this linebacker is walking up to step up in the blitz inside of that A-gap. He's aware of that. But as this ball is snapped, this guard is pulling. So even though there's a blitz to that side, he's got to get himself over there. But the minutia of this play is what's amazing. He gets over the top of that center, fills this gap, but at this point, he realizes his next angle. He wants to be this way, down the line of scrimmage, because if I keep going straight north and south, that running back is going to get around me. I'm never going to get there. Watch him put his foot in the ground, get horizontal down the field and get in on the tackle. The kid is fantastic finding the football. All right, we've seen counters. We've seen things go away from him. How about the bounce to his side? This is a tough play because they're going to block down on the outside, pull the tackle on the tight end, trying to get angles, and they actually get them because we'll see right here, at this point, this running back has himself a lane. Look at this. We've got some room here on the outside. This play's, it's sizing up to be a pretty good gain. But again, watch King right here. Get across that offensive tackle, make it, wrap it up. And again, the running back's going backwards. Now, for any NFL linebacker, I think the biggest adjustment is just really in coverage. So you want to see if he has the skills and the awareness. And I think this is a good example of that. You get a blitz off the top, gets himself into that lane. But see, this is, again, what he does after the snap. And there's that tackle, making the quarterback go backwards. This kid has good zone awareness. Another example of him in coverage, this is kind of a gotcha play by the offense. They know that they're going to get a blitz off the edge, and they want to take care of it. They want to pick this linebacker with the wide receiver and get themselves to the outside. But you see, as he gets off, he sees that pick, and he's going to get to the top. Ball's thrown. Watch, though. This separation usually nets the offense a couple of yards, but once he puts that foot in the ground, gets north and south, hits tackle, that's a TFL on a passing play. And finally, I think this is the play that put Flores over the top. I thought for a second this might have been Ivan Pace, but how many times have we seen Ivan Pace walk up to the line of scrimmage just like this, be one-on-one with the guard? There it is. There's the move inside, get back out, and make the sack. This kid is a fantastic athlete, hits like a freight train, hustles. I cannot wait to see him play defense for the Vikings this season.